It's the age-old question. You have a little under 1.2 million pesos. Do I buy a top-of-the-line sedan or a base model multi-purpose vehicle like this brand new Honda BRV? Let's find out which is better. Let's take a good look at the outside of the Honda BRV. In terms of style points, there's not really much to talk about here. If you really want a stylish MPV, you're better off with the Hyundai Stargazer. But at least with the Honda, there's a lot of functional items here with this base model. You have LED headlights, LED fog lights, and these nifty 17-inch alloy wheels. Space in the third row is actually pretty good for a car of this class. I'm 5'4" and I have decent amount of headroom and good legroom. Also take note that there's air conditioning and good windows, so I don't feel claustrophobic back here. Alright, let's start off with the inside of the all-new Honda BRV. And as you may notice, this is the base model, so you don't get much in the way of luxuries. You don't even get a leather-wrapped steering wheel. But you do get the necessities. You have very clear instrumentation. You have a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have digital air conditioning, and you even have front-side airbags, which is all great. Now you may notice there's some leaves stuck up in the back there. That's my colleague Mark Policarpio, and he's gonna talk about the space in the third row.
Well, stuck is a right word here. I'm kind of cramped for space. I kind of have to spread my legs a little bit because rear legroom is at a premium. The seats are about the same as up front. It's wrapped in fabric, not leather like you said, but there's not much in the way of lumbar support here. I find myself sliding around quite often. The trim is the same, hard plastic, hard wearing, durable, a little less refined than I would like, but considering that I am actually sitting in the cargo space, it's understandable and kind of expected.
Thanks very much, Mark. And also, on note of the driver's seat, that is something that Honda really needs to work on with this base model, because I drove this car from BGC to Tagaytay for 1.5 hours and my back was already killing me. It lacks thigh support, lower back support, and this rough fabric doesn't really help much in the way of comfort. But if you get something like the more expensive V or VX variant, you might be better off with the leather seats there.
It could just be your age.
Or it could be your age.
You're older than me though.
Shh, quiet. Alright, let's get behind the wheel now of the all-new Honda BRV-S. And as you know, this is powered by a 1.5-liter twin-cam 16-valve inline-4 gasoline engine, which would make Mark very happy because it doesn't have a hybrid or a mild hybrid system for that matter. Of course, it makes 120 horsepower and 145 Newton-meters of torque, which makes it the most powerful 7-seat MPV in its class. And it really shows when you floor the throttle and go up to the 6,800 RPM red line, she really does shift. Although you will notice there's quite a lot of noise, and I feel there's a lack of soundproofing for this particular BRV. How's the ride back there, Mark?
Oh, it's not great. I'm sitting on top of the rear axle and that's kind of making everything bouncy, but even then, it's a little bouncier than I would like. I'm not sure this would be good for long trip passengers here in the back.
And I would have to agree with Mark. And apart from the uncomfortable driver's seat, the suspension on the BRV is a bit stiffer than you'd expect from its class. So that's something you'll have to test out for yourself if you can tolerate it, or you'd prefer something with a little softer suspension like a Mitsubishi Expander. In summary, the 2023 Honda BRV-S CVT is not only a great improvement over the old model, but it's also a decent alternative to a top-spec 4-door sedan, as long as you're ready to give up all those luxuries to get all of this practicality and space. It not only has a very strong engine, it also is very easy to drive and can handle 7 passengers or lots of cargo very easily. Check out our full review on the AutoFun Philippines website, and don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And also, subscribe to our YouTube channel.